major political rift within the ruling All Progressives Congress is unfolding right now in Rivers State, and it's creating a direct power struggle ahead of the 2027 elections. In a clear show of defiance, the APC chapter in Ahoada West local government area has pledged to take orders only from Federal Capital Territory Minister Nyesom Wike and not from the state's APC governor, Siminalayi Fubara. This comes as Governor Fubara, who recently defected to the APC, has been declared the party's leader in the state by the national chairman. Meanwhile, the state's deputy governor, Ngozi Odu, has also formally defected to the APC, further intensifying the battle for control of the party structure between the governor and the minister. For an expert perspective to the power tussle going on in Rivers State of the APC over who is the party's state leader between Governor Fubara and Minister Wike, we have a senior advocate of Nigeria and constitutional lawyer, Oba Maduabuchi, joining us now from Abuja. Thank you for joining us.
It's always a pleasure, and Happy New Year to all.
Happy New Year to you as well, sir. So I think we can start off by you just bringing us and our viewers up to speed on everything that's been going on. A lot of politicians, a lot of leaders have essentially been jumping from one party to the next. And I think that for a lot of people, it's somewhat hard to follow. So just bring us up to speed on why this matters and why we're seeing it happen right now.
Well, we've been on this reverse political debacle for a long time, since 2023, 2024. I remember the last time I was on air was when the Supreme Court gave judgment and said that the president had the power to remove an elected governor. And I said, yes, he had the power because the Constitution said he can take extraordinary measures. And the most extraordinary measure you can take is to remove elected officials. So we have come into it now. We're also beginning the year again with Rivers State. And in my humble opinion, this thing is just struggle for safety, struggle for relevance. Immediately, 17 members of the House of Assembly left the PDP and went into the APC. Those of us who are political watchers knew that the next thing there will be a staccato of movements. There will be panic. And the first person that panicked or that took advantage of that thing was the governor, who now moved into the APC. Because, you know, the biggest problem he always had was the sword of Damocles hanging over him, that he could be impeached at the whims and caprices of the FCT minister. So if 17 people have left the Rivers State House of Assembly and moved into the APC, and the governor moves into the APC, and now even the deputy governor moves into the APC, I do not see how the president can be looking at the APC members and they talk about impeaching the governor. So that is what has stirred the bee's hornet where Wike is concerned, because he has now lost that principal, the principal power he had over Fubara, which was impeachment. If he can no longer impeach him, if you can no longer threaten him with impeachment, it means that he is sliding into irrelevance, like he himself considered last week. So why all these things are happening is people are now struggling for relevance. People are struggling for political survival. If 17 people want to contest elections under APC, they must of necessity be loyal to the president. And if they are loyal to the president, it is impossible, near impossible, for them to be looking the president in the face and say, we want to impeach an APC governor. So that is why we are having this staccato of movements in Rivers State now.
All right. Thank you for enlightening us on that. For those that might not have the premise of how things have unfolded, knowing that this has been going on since 2023, right? Like you rightly pointed out, and you're saying that it's more or less a tussle for relevance. Now that it looks like Fubara controls state machinery as governor to an extent, but some also perceive that Wike controls party machinery and structures. Which of these matter most for effective leadership at the end of the day from your perspective?
No, you see, when you say Fubara controls party machinery, that is respect to the APC. Mm-hmm. He does not control all the party machinery in Rivers State, because Wike still has all the local government chairmen. And you know they are they are the local government secretaries that they do the rigging. So he still has a lot of political clout in Rivers State. But the main problem Wike has outside the defection of Fubara is that he's partyless. Which one is his party? He's not in APC. He cannot claim to be in PDP. So where does he even begin to field candidates, begin to become a threat and all that and all that? It would have been better for him later to join the APC and field candidates under the APC. But now that Wike has gone in there and he's been given 001, which is now a new normal in Nigerian political parlance, I think somebody the other day, one governor, that's Mutfuang, decamped again, and he was given 001 in Plateau State. So, and the party has made it clear that as far as they are concerned, governors lead their parties in any states where they have a governor. So if the man has gone into APC and he is the leader of the APC in Rivers State, and Wike is not a member of the PDP, I wonder what magic he wants to do. So these are the things that are making it necessary for him to, well, I would say in quotes, a bit jittery. But Wike is not somebody that gets jittery. But the situation is dicey for him. It's not, I'm not sure he thought about it will end this way or it will get to this extent. But as it is now, I don't know where he belongs to. He's not a member of APC. He's not a member of the PDP. He has to pick a platform first before we begin to talk of relevance.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of how you see all of this playing out in the public sphere, because all of these things are happening in the open, how does this play for voters? I mean, at the end of the day, and we were speaking about this on the morning show this morning, it seems as though ideology is never necessarily part of the conversation. The ideology behind these parties as to why certain leaders are going into specific camps, doesn't this matter at the end of the day at all? Or have we just completely forgotten about the importance of a party's ideology?
There's nothing like ideology in Nigerian politics. I don't know why we deceive ourselves. We don't have to have ideology of Britain or the ideology of America. Like in America, what matters to them is your color. Just like in Britain. In Nigeria, we don't know anything about color. What matters to us is your tribe. So there are things that matter to us that do not matter to those who originated this idea of ideology. What is ideology? That you're a Democrat, I'm a Republican. Nigerians are not, we've not gotten to that level yet. What our ideology is food on the table. I was listening to one of these, I think is one of these, I've forgotten his name, one of these militants. And he said that Wike's problem is that he doesn't know how to push money. Fubara's problem is that he doesn't know how to push money. That is Nigerian ideology. Push money. Push money to the electorate. And they will vote for you. What has made Wike great is because he knows how to push money. It's not because of any ideology. Tell me the ideology of APC. Tell me the ideology of PDP. Tell me the ideology of APGA, Labour Party. There's nothing like ideology in Nigerian politics. In fact, in black politics, in African politics, it's only abroad where people are brought up to say, I'm a Republican, Republicans don't do this, and you grow up believing in that. In Nigeria, you grow up as an Igbo man, as I am, and I believe that the Igbos should have this. The Igbos behave like this. There are things I will say now, and they say I'm not speaking like an Igbo man. I've said sometime when I was discussing Nnamdi Kanu, that was again when I got my biggest backlash on the internet. Because I said that I didn't believe Nnamdi Kanu should have sacked Kanu Agabi and Onyechi Ikpeazu. And they said I was anti-Igbo. That is ideology in Nigeria, tribe. not Republican or Democrat or democratic capitalism and all that. Who is talking capitalism? We're all businessmen. Everybody's a businessman. Mm-hmm. You find how you put food on your table. Not that I'm a capitalist or a socialist. Who has ever tried that in Nigeria? It will not work.
Well,
but even when we tried subsidy, you saw how we corrupted it.
Absolutely.
So ideology has nothing to do with it. It has nothing. Well, it is when you pick when they pick a candidate in River State, it will become Upland Riverine.
Well, senior advocate of Nigeria.
Fubara is.
And constitutional lawyer, Oba Maduabuchi, we'd like to thank you for your insight here on Newsday, and thank you for your time.